Hello everyone, myself Vijay Kumar. In previous video lecture, we discussed about block diagram of computer, characteristics, what is motherboard, characteristics of motherboard, in which we discussed form factor, chipset, processor socket, and types of motherboard. In types of motherboard, we discussed XT motherboards, AT motherboards, baby AT motherboards, ATX motherboards, and we also started discussing on components of motherboard. Components of motherboards is nothing but the components which we are placed on motherboards. We are discussing those things, in which I also started discussing on BIOS and CMOS. Once again, I am going to be discussing with BIOS. What do you mean by BIOS? BIOS is a small chip on a motherboard that holds a set of instructions to load the hardware settings required to activate various devices like keyboards. It means that it is a program which are stored in the small BIOS chip. Whenever you starting your computer system, at that time these are going to be loading programs from ROM chip to a primary memory. So it is performing an power on self-test operation post. It means that when you switch on your computer system, at that time it is going to be evaluating or checking the peripheral components which are connected to your computer system. That is called as an BIOS. It is also one of the components which is placed on motherboard. The next one is CMOS. CMOS means complementary metallic oxide semiconductor, is a type of memory chip that store the date and time and system setup parameters. Means it is nothing. It is a small memory chip which is responsible for storing date and time and the system parameters. It means that when you are going to be switch off or terminate your computer system, at that time the CMOS chip is able to store system date and time. Even though you completely disconnect your computer system from a power system, when you start your computer system, it is going to be showing exact date and time, and it is going to be holding user credentials, that is nothing but passwords. Sorry, these are responsible for CMOS. Next one is slot. What is slot? A slot is an opening in a computer where you can insert a PCB. PCB is nothing but printed circuit board. A slot are often called as an expansion slot because they allow you to expand the capabilities of a computer system. The slot is nothing but it is an opening which provides a facility for inserting a printed circuit board. By availing these slots, we are able to expand the features of computer system. Next one is ISA. ISA is nothing but industry standard architecture. Industry standard architecture is a 16-bit slot that support non-plug and play cards. Means by availing to this slot, we are able to connect modem and input devices. It is called as an industry standard architecture slot. Next one is PCI. PCI means peripheral component interconnect. Peripheral component interconnect is the 32-bit slot which recognize all plug and play cards. What do you mean by plug and play and non-plug and play? Plug and play and non-plug and play. Plug and play devices are those which we can easily connect to the computer system and may be utilized. Are all called as plug and play devices. On other hand, we are having certain devices. Those are called as modem, certain other devices which cannot be directly connect and make utilization of those devices. Those are all called as non-plug and play devices. Next one is PCI's express slot. With respect to same PCI express slot is having little bit faster bus architecture. Little bit faster bus architecture is nothing but by using PCI we are able to transfer certain amount of data, but by using PCI express slot which is having higher bus architecture which is able to transfer little bit higher amount of data with compared to an PCI slot. Next one is AJP. AJP is nothing but accelerated graphic port. All you need to be remember about these abbreviations. These abbreviations are very important because from this chapter you are going to be getting 1 mark questions. For 1 mark questions you might be getting these abbreviations. So AGP is nothing but accelerated graphic code. Accelerated graphic code, which is a slot for inserting a graphical card in order to run the graphical applications faster. Normally, if you are going to be using any 3D applications or 3D or any high-end graphics applications, then we require this accelerated graphic code. By availing this, we are allowed to run graphic application faster. The next one is RAM slot or memory slot. RAM slot or memory slots which are able to insert RAM or a primary memory. RAM holds the programs and data which are currently needed by the CPU. RAM slots are of two types, SIMM and DIMM. SIMM means single inline memory module which is come with a 72 pin. The next one is DIMM, is a double inline memory module which is having 168 pins. These are the slots, RAM slots, which are specially meant for inserting a RAM chip on a motherboard. Those are all called as a RAM slot. Next one is processor slot. Processor slot is a provide space to plug the processor chip on a motherboard. While we discussing and characteristics of motherboard, we specially discussed about this special feature, that is one of the important features of motherboard, that is called as a processor socket. It is nothing but same processor slot. It provides space for plugging or provide facility for inserting the processor chip on a motherboard, are called as a processor slot. Next one is PC card. PC card, it is used in a laptop computer. It includes Wi-Fi card and network card and external modems. PC cards are nothing but, in an olden days we don't have a facility, every system does not have a facility to connect a computer system to an internet. By availing this card, we are allowed to connect our computer system to a network. Those are called as a PC card. By making use of these PC cards, our system is able to connect to a network. Next one is disk controller. These are all whatever we discuss up to PC card. These are the different slots. These are providing facility for connecting different devices to a computer system. By availing these, we are able to connect particular system to the computer system. Now we are discussing disk controller. Disk controller is a circuit that enables the CPU to communicate the hard disk, floppy disk, or other kind of disk drive. Modern disk drive controls are integrated into the disk drive. These disk drive nothing but which provide a facility for transferring the data between different disk drives, that is called as disk controllers. By having these disk controllers are provide a facility to transfer data among different disk drive to the CPU. These disk drives are two different types. Those are hard disk controller and floppy disk controller. The hard disk controller is the interface that enable the computer to read and write information to the hard drive. This is the responsible for transferring the information from processor. It is nothing but hard disk controller is an interface or a circuit that enables the computer to read and write information between hard drive to the CPU. The first standard hard disk controller is developed is the IDE standard drive, also known as Advanced Technology Attachment (ATA). This drive attached to the motherboard by means of 40 wire ribbon cable. Means with help of this we are allowed to transfer data between hard disk drive to the CPU. Those are called as a hard disk controller. These are responsible for transferring the data between hard disk drive to CPU. In the same way, floppy disk controller is an interface or a circuit that enables the computer to read and write information to floppy disk drive. This is responsible for transferring information from the processor. This is used to connect the floppy disk drive to the motherboard. This channel consists of 33 ribbon cable. In previous Floppy hard disk drive, which contains a 40 wire ribbon cable through which we are transferring the data from hard disk drive to CPU. The same way, floppy disk controller, which consists of 33 wire ribbon cable, which allow us to transfer a data from floppy disk drive to CPU. The next one is I/O ports and interface. The port and interface are used to connect the external devices like the printers, keyboard, scanners to the computer system, which gets connected to the computer motherboard. Ports or interface which provide a facility for connecting different devices to the computer system. If you want to add a certain add-on device to a computer system, these add-on devices are connected with help of these different I/O ports, in which we are going to be discussing different types of ports. First one is serial port. The serial port, this serial port which able to transfer as well as receive single bit at a time. This port is also called as RS-232 or a COM port. This device we can connect devices like keyboard, mouse, modem, and older printers. Those are called as a serial port. Why these are called a serial port? Because by using this port we are able to transfer only single bit at a time. Whether we are transferring or receiving, only we are allowed to transfer a single bit at a time. Next one is parallel port. Parallel port are those they are able to transfer as well as receive 8-bit data at a time in a parallel length. That's why these are called as parallel ports. Hence, it is faster than the serial port. In serial port, we are able to transfer only single bit at a time, but by using parallel port, we are allowed to transfer 8 bits simultaneously, as well as transfer and as well as receive. To this parallel port, we are able to connect printer and certain other devices. This parallel port consists of 25 pin. Next one is SCSI, Small Computer System Interface. Small Computer System Interface, this is a port, this is a faster and costlier port. This port needs an adapter to operate. This comes in 25 and 50 pin. This port connects hard disk, high-end scanners and CD-ROMs. Is called as a small computer system interface, through which we are allowed to connect to certain devices like hard disk, high-end scanner and CD-ROMs. Next one is game port. Game port connects different gaming devices like joystick and other game pointing device to this game port, which provide a facility for adding devices which are used in gaming applications. These gaming devices are able to connect with help of this game port. Next one is PS2 port. PS2 port is nothing but personal system 2 port. The personal system 2 port was developed by IBM to interface the keyboard and pointing devices like a mouse, trackball and touchpads. PS2 ports is nothing but personal system 2 port through which we are able to connect keyboard, mouse and trackballs and touchpads. Next one is USB port or Universal Serial Bus. USB was introduced by Intel in the year 1996. USB is a plug and play interface between computer and add-on devices like audio players, scanners, printers, webcam, keyboards, etc. The device can be added to the system without restarting the computer system. I already told plug-in USB is developed by Intel in the year 1996. Through USB we are easily add and plug and play devices. Plug and play devices are nothing but we can easily connect to the computer system and make utilization of those devices. On other hand, we are having a non-plug and play devices, which we cannot directly connect and make utilize those devices. By using USB port, we are able to transfer data rate up to 12 Mbps per second, and which also provide a facility for connecting 127 different devices to the computer system by using USB port. Next one is IDE. IDE, nothing but Integrated Digital Electronics, is the first hard disk controller standard developed. This connects hard disk to the motherboard. This consists of 40 pins and can connect two devices in a master-slave relationship. IDE is nothing but Integrated Digital Electronics, which provide a facility for connecting disk controller, different disk drive, hard disk as well as floppy disk drive to the computer systems by using this IDE port. Next one is PCI interface. PCI means Peripheral Component Interconnect. It is used to connect plug and play and expansion cards such as modem and TV tuner cards and sound card. These are called as an PCI port, Peripheral Component Interconnect. With help of this, we are able to connect different peripheral components to the computer. Those are like modem, TV tuner cards and sound cards. Next one is AJP, Accelerated Graphic Code. Accelerated Graphic Code is used to insert video cards, extend the speed of an video memory of the computer. By availing this, we are able to just enhancing the features, graphical features of a computer system. For that, we require AJP port. Next one is MIDI port. MIDI means Musical Instrument Digital Interface port. It is used to connect a musical instrument for the computer creations, record and editing. Means when we are playing a certain musical instrument and we want to create a digital interface between those musical instrument. For that, we require an MIDI port, is Musical Instrument Digital Interface. By using this, we are able to connect those musical instruments to the computer system and we can create, record and edit of the music. Next one is SCSI. SCSI means Small Computer System Interface. Small Computer System Interface is a port. Is used for adding external devices such as high-speed hard disk, high-end scanners, CD-ROMs, etc. It does fast data transfer and I/O operations, input-output operations. These ports are expensive as they provide a faster access at the very high speed and need separate dedicated adapters to functions. These are called as an SCSI, Small Computer System Interface. These are used to connect high-end CD-ROMs, hard disk, high-speed hard disk for and certain high I/O operations. For that, we require this small computer system interface. Next one is VGA, Visual Graphic Adapter. Visual Graphic Adapter port connects a monitor to a computer video card. It has a 15 holes and it is similar to the serial port connector, but serial port connect has a pins and this has a holes. VGA is Visual Graphic Adapter port. By availing this, we are allowed to connect a computer to an external video cards. Next one is power connector. Power connector is a 3-pronged plug. It connects to the computer power cable that plug into a power bar or wall socket, which provide facility for connecting our computer system with a power supply. Next one is FireWire port. FireWire port, which transfer large amount of data at a very fast speed. It connects camcorders and video equipments to the computer. The data travel at 400 to 800 Mbps per second. It is invented by Apple. The three variant of FireWire ports are 4-pin FireWire port, which is having 400 connector, and 6-pin FireWire having 400 connectors, and 9-pin FireWire having 800 connectors. It is all about the port. Next one is modem. Modem means modulator and demodulator. Modulator and demodulator is a port which is able to connect modem to the telephone network. Next one is Ethernet port. Ethernet port which connects to a network and high-speed internet. It connects a network cable to a computer. This port resides on the Ethernet card. The data travel at 10 MB, 10 megabits to the 1000 megabits per second, depending upon the network bandwidth. It's mean Ethernet port which provide a facility to connect the computer system to the internet. Next one is DVI, Digital Video Interface. Digital Video Interface port which connects a flat panel LCD monitor to the computer's high-end video graphics card. It is very popular among video card manufacturers. By availing this DVI, Digital Video Interface, we are able to connect our computer system to flat panel LCD monitors. Next one is sockets are used to connect microphones, speakers, sound cards to the computer system. Sockets are provide facility for connecting audio input and audio output. For that we require these sockets. By connecting mic or a microphone to the computer, we are able to feed voice commands as well as we can get an audio or audible output, that is nothing but audio output. These are provided with help of sockets. Okay students, it is all about the things which we discussed about slots and ports. In next class we are going to be discussing buses, memory and power supply to the computer systems. I hope you got about these things. Okay, thank you.